Yep, 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 yep. All right, guys, we're back here in Westchester. It's bright, it's early, and we are about to get underway. It's the second game between the Minutemen and the Pens Elite. We are coming to you from between the benches, high above the rink. I'm going to do my best to keep voices down so coaches can coach and players aren't paying attention to me. Pens working into the Valley Forge zone. Pressure from Brody Carter. Christini follows on. He's got it up the boards. He throws it back door. Comes the whole way through to Evans. He passes off to Shub. It's Shub, Evans, and Brody Carter, the first line for the Pens. Evans fires one just wide. Shub to the corner. Brody Carter follows on to Offthright. Offthright will play it back for Carter. Brody Carter steps in, comes around one, looks back there, he's got Evans, trickles just wide, a backhander off the post by Shub. A centering attempt, broken up by the Valley Forge, by the Minuteman defender, and up ice comes Christini up the right wing. Gets it around Starr. We're about a minute in here, Pens are changing behind. Down goes Christini behind the net. Carter Shub brings it up for the Pens, and it'll be off their ride. Around one, and we're going to have our first penalty. A tripperoo. So again, we're here. It's early. 6:30 game time from Westchester's Ice Line Ice Rink outside of Philadelphia. It's the second meeting of the weekend between the Valley Forge Minutemen and your Pens Elite. Filiaggi, Parison, Ritson, your forwards. Merlot and Julius, your D pair. Harris works it to Filiaggi. He gets it over for Ritson. It's just past him. Into the corner goes Ritson and Schulberger. Pens pressure, trying to turn it back over, and it'll be Paris. No further than Merlot. Merlot battles, works it further deep to Paris. Played up but not out by Valley Forge. Filiaggi brings it in. Comes to Paris. He turns, unable to get a shot off. Merlot works it to Filiaggi. He turns in the corner, plays it back for Merlot. He's going to step into one low. It bounces around, rebound out front. Ritson turns it towards the net. Regains control. Pens in possession here. Ritson from Filiaggi. Back to Merlot. Shot low. Caught by Filiaggi. A backhander off the glove and poked just wide. Pens with the early pressure. Need to get one through. A carried play the first time. And it'll be up ices. On a break is short-handed as Valley Forge. Stopped by Clutter. The pad of Clutter in the way. Ritson comes up. Banks it off the wall. Out of the Pens zone. Pens on the power play. Played in offsides by Valley Forge. 41 to play on the power play. Really good power play thus far for the Pens Elite. Lots of scoring chances. Valley Forge was able to counter and get the breakaway, but the right pad of Clutter. Injured in the last game, but happy to see him back. Evans, Reel, Shub, Starr, Valella. You're 5 for the Pens power play. Starr behind the net. He's off the boards for Shub. He chips it to Evans. Past his stick towards Reel. Reel cycle back for it. Gets control. He's up the boards. Cut off. And Evans will look to regroup. He goes cross ice to Valella. Stick of Christini in the way. Turning with it, Reel. Reel will try the right side. He pops it past right to Valley Forge and put it right back to center. 10 seconds left on the power play. Much better power play to start here. And it's Shub for Evans. Evans looking for Reel. But it's past his stick. Power play over. 12 minutes, about 11:50 to go in the first period. 0-0 tie. In goes Valley Forge. Christini cutting to the middle. Keeps his feet. Whacked a couple times. He'll wind. He'll fire off the pad. Rebound there. That's stopped by Clutter. Valley Forge pressures. Thrown back door. No one there. Evans will get to it. He loses control, but it'll be Valella reversing. He reverses to Starr, who peels out. He gets it to Shub. Shub back to center. Taken by Valley Forge. Pens need a change. Shub's pressure breaks it up briefly at center. Penguin loses his stick. That's Evans in front of the net. They pull it backhand to forehand, unable to get the shot off. A shot by Valley Forge. Evans pressures the point, but Valley Forge keeps control. Pens at the end of a very long shift. Backdoor pass open. No one there. Real turns with it. He'll try to bring it out and will. He gets center red. He's into the Valley Forge zone. Angled off. Filiaggi follows on. He's reaching. Unable to get control. Laid up by Filiaggi. Keeps it in. I'm sorry, that was Ofteride keeping it in for Filiaggi. Valley Forge throws one the whole way up ice. Ritson there to cut it off, coming off the bench. He turns out of the corner and he's up ice with some speed. Gets pressured, turns. He's got teammates. There's Brody Carter. He fires, glove save. Played backdoor for Ritson. He's there. It's in. 1-0 Pens. A play by Ritson up the left wing wall. Works it over to Brody Carter. Carter with a shot. The rebound comes out. He's able to tip it over to Ritson, who finds the back of the cage and an early 1-0 lead for the Pens Elite. 10:13 to play in period number 1. Pens were coming off a rough day yesterday, 0-2. That doesn't happen often. But an early lead here in this one. Looks like has the confidence back. Evans wins the draw, but skating into it, Valley Forge. Missing in behind off the side of the net, out to Cristini. He looks to tie it up and stop by corner. Rebound there, though. And the rebound banged in by Valley Forge shortly after the Pens score. Valley Forge, right off the next draw, able to pressure the D and create the turnover. Comes out high to Cristini, whose rebound put in by Walty. And we'll tie it up at 1. Evans wins the draw to Merlot. Merlot carries up the boards. Stopped there by Valley Forge. Bringing it back is Star. Star for Real. Real chips it, not out. And it's kept in by Valley Forge through the bouncing puck through the feet of Star. Harris will follow on. The goal scorer, Walty, spins out of the corner, works at the 42. He's in around, works the back door, and it's a backdoor pass and a goal for Valley Forge. Puck pop back door, and they finish and take a 2-1 lead. Valley Forge takes the lead back. 2 goals in less than a minute. Filiaggi wins the draw. Valley Forge takes control, though. And they work it up to their forwards. Cross-ice pass. Into the Pens end. A shot up high. Just misses. Schulberger at the point fires one. It's deflected in front by the Pens. Filiaggi chips it up the wall. Shub plays it up to the blue line, not out. Kept in by Valley Forge. It's all Valley Forge here the last minute or so. Ever since the Pens goal. They've out of the zone, however. And it'll be Carter Shub with the pressure. Chipped in by Valley Forge and turning with it, Filiaggi. It's turned back to the point. Walking in McCormick, a shot low. Put in behind, and Ofteride will take control. Ofteride around 1. He's tripped up, and then following on is Carter Shub. Shub in. Firing just wide. A delayed penalty coming here on Valley Forge. They'll get control, and the whistle will blow. With 8:26 to play, the Pens will go to the power play. A trip on Ofteride coming up the wall. It'll be Evans, Ritson, and Real. Merlot and Julius. Appointment. Played up and off the wall nicely by Valley Forge. Charging on is Cristini. He'll beat Merlot to the puck. Spinning out of the corner. Merlot in behind the net. Up for Ritson. Ritson snaps across ice for Evans. Evans tries to go between the legs of McCormick, unsuccessful. Battle in the corner, followed on by Real. Real centers, no one home. Valley Forge there. They clear it up and all the way down for an ice. Offensive zone draw on the power play coming here. Minute 25 to play on that power play. Filiaggi, Parrish, and Carter with off their Iden Star. Valley Forge wins the draw. They're high up off the boards, and it's kept in by Star. Star, head up looking. He finds Brody Carter. Carter looking for Filiaggi, tries to pull it through. Brady Parrish will follow on. Parrish hauls down a player in behind, and that'll even it up. 109 in the power play, and Parrish will head to the box. We'll play some 4-on-4 hockey. Filiaggi, Brody Carter off their Iden Star. You're 4 for the Pens. Filiaggi wins it to Carter. Carter in. Possessing. Gets it around. He's taken down in a corner. We'll have a Penguin power play coming here. Star goes over to off their Ide. Off their Ide fires one back door for Carter. He's not there. Off their Ide. Gets it to Evans. Evans in. Evans for the... He's in, it's in behind. Cameron Evans shoots up high and ties it. Evans coming off the bench for Clutter on the delayed penalty. Off the goalie's shoulder, trickling over the shoulder and in. So I believe we'll have 4-on-4 hockey still. And the delayed call won't happen. Valley Forge off the draw, trying to gain the zone. Star will come away with it. He turns. Plays it further in. Evans with the pressure. Evans pressuring in deep. Valley Forge works it up, but barely getting it out of the zone. Evans will skate through there. He gains control and turns. Works it back to Star. Star back up for Evans. Evans has Shuby with him. 2-on-3. It's Evans to Shub to Evans, and he just roofs one over the corner. 4-on-4 goal by the Pens Evans. Give and go with Carter Shub. A nice feed from Shuby to Evans. And a 3-2 Penguins lead. So the Penguins strike quickly twice. We've got 6:36 to play. Period number 1, 3-2 Pens. Christini takes possession. He'll turn with it at center. He comes through. It'll be the stick of Ritson in the way. He looks to turn it the other way. Christini back with it. Like a video game through around one and around the other. Now Valley Forge to the power play. A shot off Clutter. Pens put it right back in front of their own net, and it's off on it. I think that's Filiaggi hitting it right back in front of his own cage. Picked off by Valley Forge. They bank it off the player on the back door and tie it. So we've got a tie game again. Power play goal for Valley Forge. We're at 5-on-5 hockey. Evans wins it to Carter. Evans into the zone. Works it to the middle looking for Carter. Picked off by Valley Forge. Sent to the point for Villela. He keeps it in and sends it deep. Flicking it back up ice is Valley Forge. It'll get through to Christini. Pass comes over for Lynn. He's on the backhand. Sends it wide. Nice puck movement there from Valley Forge. Played deeper by Valley Forge. Past the reaching Evans. And it'll be played into the zone to Villela. Villela with a tap pass. That doesn't get through to Real. Now it will. He turns with it. He's got Carter with him. Real and Brody Carter. He's into one. Tries to split the D unsuccessfully. Turning with it, Christini. He's in behind his own cage. He looks up and shoots one off Brody Carter comes through to Paris. Puck's loose in front. I'm sorry, came through to Real. Real tries to turn it back. He's got Brody Carter. Carter reverses for Real again. In behind. Battle won by Valley Forge's D-Man, but it's no further than Julius, who turns off the wall, plays it into trouble, and here comes Christini. Christini, 2-on-2 with Merlot and Evans back. A back-checking Real gets in the way. Out comes Evans with it. He's tripped. And it'll be a Penguin power play. Turning with it, Evans up the ice. Valley Forge bench less than thrilled with the call. It'll be Filiaggi, Shub, and Paris. Ofterhide and Star, your power play unit for the Pens. Paris comes into the zone. Possessing, looking for Filiaggi. That pass doesn't connect, and it's sent all the way back up by Valley Forge. No icing. Not going to be far enough. Ofterhide skating to it. Stopping, starting, snapping it off for Shub. Battle on the wall. Shub and Filiaggi brought on by Valley Forge, though. And Shub turns it towards Paris. Off the wall. Paris looks to chip it. It's won by Valley Forge, back to Star. Star back for Paris, though. And turning come the Pens in. Off of one to the stick of Shub. He looks to backhand it in front. Broken up by Valley Forge. And they play it back into the Pens end. 1:15 on the Penguin power play. Jake Star after the puck. Throwing it cross ice. Valley Forge, a shot from the point. Gobbled up by Clutter and held. It'll be Evans, Ritson, and Carter coming off the bench. Villela and Merlot, the new 5 for the Pens. Evans wins it to the corner, around for Villela. He plays it to the corner for Ritson. Ritson circles back. He overskates a puck. Merlot there to cover up, and it'll come to Evans. Evans through center. He tries to challenge the whole team and comes through, and he lines one off the goalie. Nice save by the Minuteman goalie on the rush by Evans. It's worked back to Merlot. He tries to get it towards the net. It's off his stick. Pressuring is Carter. Trying to gain red and get it in is Valley Forge. Plays it back up and turn back to the Valley Forge blue line. Sent the whole way down for icing. And we'll have an offensive zone draw for the Pens power play. A 3-3 tie here with 3:11 to play. Goals from Ritson and 2 from Evans in the first period. It's been back and forth. The Pens led 1-0. Valley Forge led 2-1. The Pens led 3-2, and now it's tied at 3. Pressure from Carter. Pulls it off, and running that stretch breakout to Christini is Valley Forge. He cycles at center, turning, cutting, coming through center. Toe drags, I think, 2 people at one time. He's like a video game. He goes down in a corner. Shot towards the net and over. Up comes Ofterhide. Carries up the right wing side. He's in on sides. Well, he dangled at the blue line and actually went in off sides. That'll happen. 2:40 to play in period number 1. 3-3 tie. Valley Forge and the Pens Elite. It's Real off the wall. Penguin power play over, by the way. Real off the wall. Played deeper. It's Real and Filiaggi working. Filiaggi in behind battling. Reaching there. 2 Valley Forge players. In comes Paris, and it'll be Filiaggi and Paris. Filiaggi battling hard, coming away with it. Working around behind. Loses it for a second. Looks to center. The 2 Pens in front had moved wide, and out comes Valley Forge with it. The stick of Star in the way, and Paris will bring it into the Valley Forge end, getting it deep. And this grind line will look to pressure. Fanned on by a Valley Forge player, but followed on nicely by McCormick and brought out to center. In comes Valley Forge with speed, throwing one on the net off the pad of Clutter. And it's Real out the center. He's by himself, one-on-one. This is where he excels. He tries to pull through and almost gets a great scoring chance. Flying with speed was Real. Evans turning at center. He's got a step. He's in. He's got Shube with him. Move to the outside. He fires high and wide. Just a bit outside. It comes to Offright, who banks it off of a Valley Forge player. Chasing it down is Merlot and Schulberger for Valley Forge. Tipped towards the net, followed on by Valley Forge. Nothing happening. Played back in behind. It'll be Offright getting control. He looks to break out, and it's off the stick of Carter, then tipped off the stick of Evans. And it's right back to the Valley Forge team. They battle underneath us. Not sure what happens. Puck pops out to Offright, though. He's in over the blue line. Got support, turns, plays it back to Brody Carter. Carter looks to get it deep, and it's cut off and sent back up ice to Christini, who cycles around one, around another. Blocker of Clutter there. 40 seconds in the period. Pens get it up but not out. Sent back on ice, cut off by Julius. The centering pass, nice play there. Played behind by Valley Forge. It's Offright in behind. Played back in front. The stick of Clutter. Deflecting it back to the corner. Played to the point. Low to high go Valley Forge. A move at the blue line. He turns and sends Carter Shube up ice. He chips it back for Julius. Nothing there, and turning with it Valley Forge. Off the stick of one, off the stick of another, and it comes through to Valley Forge clean. Villela defends. Off his stick, and that's the horn. That horn will end the period number one, and it's 3-3 Pens in Valley Forge. We're going to go silent so the coaches can talk. So we're back to period number two. I understand audio stream seems to be working, video less so. We're working on it. We'll get it as good as we can and correct it. They said we can always upload. I think this game's recording. We can always try to upload it later. Sent down by Valley Forge. It's 5-on-5 hockey for the Pens and Minutemen. Icing on Valley Forge. Pens will have an offensive zone draw. We will, out of respect for the coaches, go silent at times so they can coach. We are above the benches. So we're trying to be respectful of both benches here. Face off won by Valley Forge. In behind, though, is Paris getting to it. He looks to reverse to Evans. Valley Forge throws it up, but not out. Just past Villela, but he turns it back. Chipped further by Paris into the corner. Turning with it, Valley Forge to the point. Stopped by Offright. Offright takes a step in. Chips it to Evans. Evans fires one off the chest of the goaltender. Pens with a scoring chance there. Nice quick shift, 45 seconds. And off for both teams. It'll be Filiaggi, Carter, and Ritson. Star and Merlot. Filiaggi wins the draw back to Merlot. Deflected. And back comes Valley Forge. He's got a 2-on-2. Nice passing there. Trying to spin it back door was Christini. Following on McCormick. McCormick fires a laser off Star up high. Filiaggi gets to it. He runs a breakout chip to Brody Carter, but it's cut off by Valley Forge and sent back in. Valley Forge goes to work. Merlot in behind. Chips it past and gets it to Filiaggi. He comes up ice, hits Brody Carter. Carter tries to go cross ice and it's cut off. Ben's got to get that out of the zone there. Merlot in front. He chips it up. Again, back no further than the point. It's turned on by Christini. Penn standing still. He'll turn with it. Coming back to defend is Brody Carter. He fans on one, but gets it out over the zone. Works it to Ritson. Ritson in onside. He fires one off the skate of a Valley Forge defender. Valley Forge in behind. They send it all the way up. Tip pass. Cut off by Villela into a corner. Villela battles. 1-on-1 more on the wall. It's Villela turning it up high. That pass off the stick of Julius. Pops out in front. Rebound. Battled for. It's in behind. Clutter searching for it, and it's not frozen, but the whistle blows. Back to action. Real sends it around. Valley Forge collects there. Turning with it. Valley Forge sends it back in behind. Past the stick of Evans. Centered. Pops off the side of the net. High and to the point. All Valley Forge here early in period 2. Tipped off the stick of Julius. Back out in front. Danger there. Sent through. Evans will try to pressure. He battles there. Sent in behind by Valley Forge. It'll be Villela coming out with it. Turning with it. Villela back the other way. He stops. He looks. He's got some space. He's got nobody to pass it to. Turning out of it. Villela again finds Shub. Shub chips it up off the wall looking for Real. The Pens can't get out of the zone though. 2 forwards way up ice. 3-on-2 in behind. Pens get control. It's Julius. Banking it off a Valley Forge defender in front. A backdoor play. No one there. Bodied by Real, and that'll be a call. Leaning on him. Real, and he'll head to the sin bin. All Valley Forge early. Could be a dangerous power play here. Valley Forge has scored on a power play yesterday and already scored on one today. .11:34. Play in period 2. Real in the box, and the Pens will be killing their first power penalty of the second period here. Valley Forge wins the draw, works it off to the other side. Valley Forge reverses high to the point. Shot coming in off the leg of Ofteride. Ofteride chips it in behind. He'll turn with it, and he'll get it to Filiaggi, and they'll get it out of danger. It's up ice to Paris. He may have a chance here. He fires off the glove of the Valley Forge goalie. Following on is Paris. Into the corner is Filiaggi coming out with it. Turning and sending it up. Valley Forge kept at the blue line by Star. Plays it for Paris. Kept in. Finally, Valley Forge comes out with it. Ofteride pinches, and it's a 3-on-2 behind. Spinning out of it, 97, Lynn. He plays it through the legs of the Pens defender. Cut off by a back-checking Filiaggi out to Paris, who throws it back cross ice for Ofteride. The Pens stuck in their own end now. Reverses for Filiaggi. Out towards Valley Forge, sends it towards the point. It's past the point man and all the way down. 10-27. Penalty kill for the Pens. Worked up by Valley Forge. Pens got the forwards changed. Brody Carter picks that off. He'll be 1-on-1, maybe 1-on-2 if Valley Forge can get back. He's into the zone, carries it around one, gets it to the wall. Taken away there, and Valley Forge will regroup. Looking up ice. Cut off by Merlot. He's back into the Valley Forge side. Cut off by Carter. Valley Forge looking for the stretch play. Up off past the Valley Forge forward to the Pens defenseman Villela. Merlot turns with it. He'll send it down ice. And he'll ice it. 10 seconds left on the power play for Valley Forge. 9:44 in the second period. 3-3 tie. Pens and Valley Forge early in this Sunday morning. The Evans and Shub. Evans wins it to Shub, and Shub will get up ice. That should kill the penalty. Shuby taking it up ice. He's got Evans with him. Looks for him. Just off his stick. It'll be played back to the point to Merlot. Past him, though. And on comes Valley Forge 2-on-2. Got up high over the net. Three Valley Forge player, one in offside, and pile at the blue line. 3 players down. We'll have an offside play. We'll reset 5-on-5, 9:17 to play. Period number 2. Neutral zone draw. Evans wins it back. Turning is Paris. He's cut off by Valley Forge. They send it deeper to Oftheride. He plays it off the wall, looking for Julius. Pressured there, but gets it up to Shub. Shub nicely getting it out to center. And pressuring the puck, it pops free off the Oftheride. He plays it to space. Penn's got to clear the zone. They do, and in goes Evans to pressure. They turn it back the other way, high off the glass, and sent the whole way down. It won't be far enough for icing. Oftheride will get there. Chips it up for Evans. Evans up the right wing. Carries around one into the middle. He's got Paris with him, but Evans sneaks by and finds the glove of the Valley Forge netminder. Billy Aggi wins the draw forward and gets a chance in on net covered. Billy Aggi to take the draw. He gets it to Ritson. Ritson to the point. Merlot in on net, just wide. Pressured by Ritson, forces the turnover up high to the gates of Starr. Sent all the way down by Valley Forge, and we'll have an ice. Billy Aggi, Real, Ritson, Starr, Merlot. You're 5 for Pittsburgh. 8:14 to play in the period. Penn's had a couple scoring chances here lately. Nice play. Real spins it to Merlot. He fires the rebound there. Back to Merlot. Gets it to Starr. Starr around one. Switches with Real. Stopping in the corner. Playing it deeper. It's the stick of Philly Aggi. He centers. Just past Ritson to Merlot. His shot just wide. Chipped up by Valley Forge. Not out. Cut off by Philly Aggi. He turns. He looks. Gets it towards the net just wide. Real will get there. He's bodied. 3 Pens on it. They come out with it. Ritson sends it wide. He's got one earlier. And onto it is Cristini. Back in the defense off. Cristini plays it around the right side. Starr plays it nicely. Tripped up behind is Jake Starr coming around the net, and the Pens will be back on the power play. 7:21 to play in the period. We have another tripperoo. $7:21 to play in the period. 43 Evans, Carter, the Carter boys, Carter Shube and Brody Carter. Villela and Ofteride. One over to Shube. Crafty play back to Ofteride. He'll carry it into the zone. Looking to possess, working it to Brody Carter. He'll line, not able to get the shot off. Works back to Ofteride. Ofteride, D to Villela. Villela spins it further for Evans. Evans stopping. Unable to get control, but Valley Forge will, and they'll clear it up the ice. No icing, not far enough. Villela skates onto it. 7 minutes to play. Throws it around for Ofteride. Dangerous play cut off by Valley Forge. And just got rid of that one. Evans back into pressure. Comes to Brody Carter. He sends it up, and no one there. 6:40 to play in the period. Minute 15 on the power play. Villela with the puck. Now the Pens will look to possess. He goes D to D. Tip pass for Evans. Evans tips it into the offensive zone. Stopped by Valley Forge, but comes to Shube. Shube fires off a defender. Turning with it is Lynn. Maddie Lynn up the center for Valley Forge. The stick of Villela comes into play and breaks that up, turning Brody Carter. Carter tries to carry it into the middle. He loses control. Ofteride falls. He gets back up. Back to Evans. Longer shift here for the Pens. Probably need to get off, get it to deep, and gets a change. Nice job. Evans plays it deep. Playing it all the way down is Valley Forge, and we'll have an icing. 28 seconds to play. Period number 2. 3-3 tie. 28 seconds on the power play, sorry. 5:49 to play in the period. 3-3 tie. No goals here in the third. Filiaggi wins it back. Merlot sends it just wide. Pressure from Parrish, but it's past the skate of Julius. All the way into the Pens end. It checks up there. For being an early morning game in a cold rink, the ice is pretty choppy, especially along the walls. Merlot's got it in behind. He works it to Parrish. Parrish up. Sends it cross ice to Reel off his stick. He's going to pressure it. He's got speed. It chipped just past him, however. Filiaggi gets it. Snaps it to Reel. He'll turn. Valley Forge back to full strength. Filiaggi's in. Dangles. Sends one backdoor. Looking for Reel. Comes out to Parrish. Jake Starr sends it across ice. And they flip it up and they find Cristini onsides into the zone. He fires and beats Clutter glove side on the stretch breakout pass. Cristini settles it at the blue line, stays on side nicely, and beats Clutter to the glove hand on the breakaway. Filiaggi wins the draw. Works D to D. It's Star. Star for Filiaggi. Nice puck movement in. Filiaggi will shoot in the glove there. Filiaggi wins the draw back. Reel with it. Working D to D to Star. Star fires! Lasers one by! Gets it by the glove hand and ties the game at 4. 4:38 to play. Worked low to high to the stick of Star, who's got a cannon from the point. Second goal. Ties the game at 4. Valley Forge wins the draw. Villela reaching with his stick. Gets it into the Valley Forge gets it into the end, but Villela there again. They'll look behind. Stopping, working it wide. Just past a turning Evans to the point man. Pressured by Shube. Works it back in deep to Julius. Julius turns. Out of the corner, working it up towards Shube. It comes back to Julius. Battle on the wall. Support from Shub and Evans. Shub will come away. Shub and Ritson, 2-on-2. Evans joining high, works it towards Ritson. It's off a defender. Played back to the point for Villela. He works it deeper. And in comes Valley Forge, 2-on-1. Back checking Evans, makes it 2-on-2, breaks up the play, gets it up for Villela. He's tied up on the wall. Played deeper by Valley Forge, collected by Shub, sent into trouble and back in on net by Valley Forge. Clutter directs it to the sidewall. Valley Forge follows on, but it'll be the stick of Julius in the way. He comes out the center, chips it up. It's to Carter. Shub might have been looking further across ice, but Shub gets it and able to work it deep. Pressure from the Pens. It'll be Evans centering. Shub unable to connect. Just rolls off of his stick. 2-on-2 for Valley. 3-on-2 now for Valley Forge. Drop high. Sends it back door. Unable to tip it in. Good passing off the ride. Comes off the wall with it. He looks up, finds Carter. Brody Carter up through center. Evans needs a change. He comes off. Brody Carter's in. Able to play it off the pad. Turning with it. Real out of the corner. He works it off the outside of the iron. Sends it back up towards the point, but intercepted by Valley Forge, and back come the Minutemen 2-on-2. The hands of Lynn, pressured wide by Philly or Ofterhide. Brought in behind, a skate of the Penguins, covered by Clutter. Net pops off. 2:28 to play, a 4-4 tie here in period number 2. Most recent tally by the Pens off Jake Starr's stick. Bright and early morning here in Westchester, PA. It'll be Filiaggi on the draw. Won by Valley Forge. Then into the corner. Turning with it, Christini. He stops and starts. Possesses, gets it all the way through to the point man, McCormick. He sends one wide. Comes to Christini. He looks to scoop and Shvetnikov. No good. Shot out in front. Clovered by Clutter. Pretty sure I added an L to Clovered there as well. Clovered Clutter. 2:09 to play. Period number 2. Evans with the draw. Then back in behind the Pens, and it'll be Starr. Starr looking for it. Cycling. Christini comes in and just takes it from 2 Penguins. He comes out front, looks back door, nobody home. Worked around for Paris. Valley Forge gets to it and reverses. Off comes Ritson. He's around 1. Can he get it out? He does clear the zone. And works it back into the Valley Forge side. Valley Forge looks up ice, gets the breakout, but Evans is stick in the way. But it chips off him right to a Valley Forge player. Clutter there to clear. Out comes Paris. Crisscrossing with Evans. Paris into the zone up the left. Centers for Evans. He sends a weak one in on net. Paris there for the rebound. Sends it just wide. Big rebound sitting out front. Evans to Julius. Julius looks up off a skate. Off a shinny, I think. Starr with it. He sends it back door. Back to Paris. Paris looks up. Sends one off. Deflected just wide. Evans works it back in front. There's Paris again. His shot stop. Rebounds in. Evans to Paris in front. 2 cracks at it. Finishes the play with just under a minute in the second. 58.8 to play. Grady Paris from Evans behind. Pens went to work in deep. A couple pucks off pads. Rebounds out front there. And they're able to pump one pass. It'll be Filiaggi, Real, Shub, Ofteride, and Julius. Filiaggi wins the draw, but 2 Valley Forge guys jumping into the Penguins' defense core takes possession. Pens got to tie those wings up. Up comes Filiaggi through center. Into the zone. Chris looking for Real, taken by Christini. Off their eye, keeps it in at the point. Looks to work it deeper. Filiaggi, Christini, and off their eye. Sent deep for Valley Forge, and they look to run the stretch breakout again. Julius back. He's got it, and it's played up into the Valley Forge bench off a goaltender. 22 seconds to play. Neutral ice draw. 5-4 Pens lead. Evans wins the draw to Merlot. Past him to the corner. Pens will look to regroup. Merlot to Villela. Villela to Brody Carter. He sends it up off Christini. Sent back in on net. Played by Clutter. Merlot there. He stops and turns. Works it in behind. Pressured by Valley Forge. This should end the period. Ending it. 5-4 Pens lead. At the end of 2, going to go silent for the coaches. We're going to be back for period number 3. 15 minutes on the clock. Pens lead 5-4. It has been a back and forth contest. Literally back and forth. The Pens led 1-0. Valley Forge led 2-1. Pens led 3-2. Valley Forge led 4-3. Now the Pens lead 5-4. Somebody could get a more than 1 goal lead. Evans wins it to Ritson. Back for Starr. Starr chips it up, finds Evans. He's in with some speed. He's got Ritson with him. Carrying it in. Top stopping, peeling up, looking for Starr. Starr across for Julius. It's off his stick. Julius will send it towards the net. It's deflected. Rebound out front. It's off the side of the cage by Evans. Back to Julius. He loses control. Ritson there to help him out, though. Send it deeper. Brody Carter going to pressure inside. Comes around one. Tripped up on the play. And back to center comes Valley Forge. A delayed call. Valley Forge will be on that dangerous power play. I think the Pens killed the last one. That's the first one they've killed in a long, long time for Valley Forge. It pops out front. Shot from Christini, collected by Carter. Blocked out front, and Valley Forge to the power play. 14:09 to play in the period. Pens will have a 2-minute penalty kill coming up. Hopefully they get all 2 of it. A trip on Brody Carter in behind the cage. Well, Filiaggi reel off their item Villela. The 4 for the Pens. Won by Valley Forge. Up for Real. Real's got a step. He's got some speed. He's taken down, no call. Puck still there. Followed on is Filiaggi, but he unable to get control. Into it skates Christini. Filiaggi cuts him off. Battled for hard on the wall. Filiaggi, great early start to this penalty kill. He comes away with it. Real cycles into the zone. Chipped further. Real steps up, fires off a shin guard. Back comes Valley Forge. The first 30 seconds gone, but Valley Forge on the break. 2-on-2, around 1. Firing glove save by Clutter. Pens with a great start. Valley Forge always dangerous on the rush. Valley Forge wins the draw. Looking, setting up a play. They cycle one side to the other. It's off Christini's stick, but he brings it back in. Shuby pressures. Played up high to Schulberger. Sent back door. He plays it. Lynn plays it between his legs, and the Penn's able to clear. Turning with it. Schulberger. He's into the zone. Playing defense on the power play. Pulls it around. Tries to snake in a backhander. Shot a pass to Lynn. Blocked out front. Turning with it. Lynn. Working it over to Christini. He's up to the blue line. Pressured by Paris. Around two. Looking back door. Unable to get it through. Does get it off the stick of Shub. Nice play. Clutter keeps it out. Firing Valley Forge. Caught and covered. 30 seconds. 29 left on the penalty kill. Pens will get a change. Valley Forge with their chances, but Clutter coming up big. He's your best penalty killer in net. That's what you need. It'll be Evans, Ritson, Starr, and Ofterhide. Pens with 29 seconds left to kill. Valley Forge switches its power play unit. They still win the draw, but it's popped out clean to center. Played forward to Starr. Ritson gets to it. He looks to turn it to Evans. Chipped past the Pens and back come Valley Forge. One on, well, Pens have their full complement of four back. Starr in front. Oh, it's centered. A great save. Rebound. What a stop by Clutter. Robbing him with the blocker. Highway robbery. But from Clutter up comes Ofterhide. Penguin power play, or Penguin penalty kill over. They get that one. Two in a row. Ritson turns with it. Looks for the point man cutoff. Sent back up by Valley Forge. Just under 12 to play here. Third period. Pens lead 5-4. In comes Valley Forge, though. A shot lasered over the net. Evans back to it, but it'll be Ofterhide. Ofterhide snaps it off for Carter. Dangerous play at center ice there. Carter up and okay. Pens will take their power play chance here with a 5-4 lead. Center ice face-off coming. Biliagi, phenomenal last shift on the penalty kill. He'll have Real and Paris. Villela and the fine wine. Bam Bam Merlot. Merlot works it to Real. Real in, 1-on-2, dangles around one, works it in. Bodied, pops free for Paris, unable to get to it. Biliagi will turn. Plays it further in. Played up and out by Valley Forge. Pressure coming from them, and it'll be Christini taking it from Merlot. It's electric. He's down the left wing, pulling up, looking, dangling. Looks high, finds the guy at the point, sends it in, blocked by Clutter, and up comes Villela. Villela for Filiaggi. He's got Real with him. Real dumps and goes for a change. Minute 15 on the penalty. Penguins backing off, letting Valley Forge carry it in. 4 Penguins back, nobody challenges. Shot in behind. Who wants it? It'll be Ofterhide. He'll turn with it, but he chips it up, and it's right to a Valley Forge forward. Bouncing off a few players, and it'll be Julius collecting. Nice deception, faking one way, going the other, and the Pens will look to break. Reversing to Ofterhide. Ofterhide steps out in front of his own net. Carter Shub gets to it. They'll find Evans at center. He's got it. Brody Carter with him. He's in. Tries to go around one. Stop there. Stick a Shub, and it's 1-on-3 coming back. Julius there to break it up. Turning with it, Julius. Back checking. Pressure from Valley Forge turns it back. 25 to play on the Pens power play. An uneventful power play thus far. Evans turns with it. He's got Shub. He hits him. Shub in offsides. Evans a step in. 15 to play in the power play. 9:54 in the period. Pens lead 5-4. Real, Ritson, Paris, Starr, and Villela. 1 to Starr. Chips it up for Ritson. Ritson's in. Having a great game in this one. Scored the first goal and possessing it well in behind. It's in behind the net, turning with it, stomping into the feet of Real. He's still got it. Dangles two, plays it to the corner towards Paris. Paris was cutting to the net, no, and Valley Forge will come on to it. Up ice, Christini, skating with tons of speed. Carries it in. He's around one. He's wide on the other one. Looks back door. He's got a man, unable to get control. Turning with it, Ritson. Ritson fires it up, but not out. Cross ice pass, intercepted. Two shots, one off a skate and the other into the glove of Clutter. 5-4, Pens lead 9-11 to play. Filiaggi wins it forward to Brody Carter, unable to clear the zone. Going on just past the skate, turning is Shub. Shub sends it up to the blue line, not out. Held there, sent in, deflected. Clutter with a pad stop. Merlot follows on. Pens in danger here, worked back to the point. Following on Valley Forge, it comes to Carter and he's got a step. A 2-on-1 develops. He's got Carter Shub with him. He lines, he sends it back there for Shub and it's just off his stick. Coming out with speed, Valley Forge, back checking, Shub. It'll be Ofterhide stick in the way there. Turning it to Shub. Valley Forge back in, firing, glove side, off Clutter's glove and controlled by Merlot to the corner, sent back in front by Valley Forge, skating into it, Real 2-on-1, he's got Filiaggi. He's around one, he's got what should be a penalty shot if it's not in the net. Nope, he's in. They're saying nope. No penalty shot, apparently. And we'll have Real had the step, but they say no. And it'll be a Pens power play with the 808. Evans wins the draw for Paris. He sends it towards the net. Evans battling there, but lifted up high and down the ice by Valley Forge. Bad ice surface. Not going to make it the whole way down. Third period, choppy ice. If you've seen weird bounces, there's a reason for it. Real flying up the ice. Plays it around one. Through to the other. Hits Evans. Evans back for Real, but it's off a defender just wide. Battling behind is Real. Lifting a stick. Keeps working at it. Battling. Working. Real turns with it. He's got a lane. He shoots. Glove side. Stopped by Valley Forge. Minute 24 to play in the power play. 5-4 Pens lead, 7:30 in the period. Evans to take the draw. Wins with the Real. Real looks to set it up. He finds Villela. Villela to the net. Deflected. Up and high and over the net. Two people deflecting it. Valley Forge throws it up ice. It'll get it out of their end. Minute 11 on the penalty. Ofteride to Real. Real with speed again. It's been a constant theme here. He plays it in and looks for a change. Harris works for it. Turning it out. Finding Evans. Evans looks to Ritson, but he's got his backhand. Comes through to Ofteride. Blocked in front. Curling around behind Ofteride. He spins with it. Coming out. He's got some space. Drops it to his partner, Villela. Very nice play. Looking. It's in! Villela shoots and scores on the power play. The Porsche kid on the Porsche Pittsburgh power play. A shot from outside. Trickles through the netminder. 6-5 Pens. 6:44 to play. I can tell you this. Valley Forge is going to come with everything they have. Everything they have from here on out. The Pens are going to have to keep playing hockey. Filiaggi, Carter Ritson, Merlot, and someone. Merlot and Starr. Filiaggi wins it to Merlot. Merlot up to Brody Carter. He skates into it. Centering off the skate of Valley Forge, and back comes the Minutemen. A nice play by Carter. 2-on-2. It's Christini and Lynn. In wide is Christini. carrying it on Merlot, looks to center to Lynn, past him to Ritson. Ritson controls, but followed on by Valley Forge, right to the stick of Matt Lynn. The Pens just possessed the puck in front of their own net a little too much, an extra turnover, and Valley Forge buries it. Turnover in front of the cage, second time they've capitalized on that in this game. It'll be Evans, Reel, and Shube. Evans to Shube, but it'll be Valley Forge coming away with it. Bodied off is Reel. That was called on Reel earlier. No call here. Valley Forge keeps it at the blue line. Christini turns up at the blue line and hits back door on the backhand. In on net. Clutter kicked in the head. Hope he's okay. He's covering the puck, and Valley Forge came flying in. Bodied a bit by the Penguin player. Wouldn't be a call there. That's rightfully so. Won by Valley Forge. D to D. Shot in on net. Deflected wide. Back in behind. Played out high again. Shot in. Deflected. Rebound there. Kept out somehow. Battling in the corner. Played up. Come on, Pens. Get it out. Turning. Reel. It'll be Reel and Evans. They get it out this time. Reel plays it in. Interfered with. Big time, and we're on the Penguin power play. 5:19 to play. Interference to call on Valley Forge. 5:19. The Pens will be on the power play for 2 minutes of that. Well, hopefully less if they can pot one past. On the last power play, it was Villela with the goal. Filiaggi wins the draw to Ritson. He possesses back to Villela. Villela, this time, plays it up in front. Filiaggi falling down. Following on Valley Forge. They'll get it to the point, not out. Kept by Starr. He turns it deeper. Ritson around one. Filiaggi bobbled in on net and covered up. Filiaggi to Ritson. Back to Starr. Starr to the net. It's wide. Looking for the stick of Harris tied up on the side. Harris carries it up high. It's pressured, and out the center come the Pens. Harris turns with it. He's got Ritson and finds him. 2-on-1 for the Pens if they hurry. Ritson, Filiaggi, he hits him off the backhand. Unable to connect. Turning with it. Filiaggi back further for Harris. Harris plays it up for Merlot. He's in front. He fires. Backdoor off Filiaggi's skate. Sent in towards the net. Britson in behind. Cleared by Valley Forge. Not out. But now it is. With speed comes Valley Forge shorthanded. Around one. In on Clutter. Clutter's poke check sends it out. And in comes Filiaggi. Down goes the Valley Forge defender. Pens are in 3-on-2. 4-on-2 if they hurry. A drop pass for Starr. Around one. Looking at the stick of Ritson there and into the corner. 43 seconds left on the power play, and it's a backdoor feed from Starr to Ritson. 7-5 Pens. Pens lead 7-5 on a power play goal. Evans, Shube, and Brody Carter. Evans wins the draw. Trip, no call. I think that might be